Uh, Perkenalkan Madam, perkenalkan everyone. Uh, Today I will be presenting on the three main types of learning theories. So the first explanation on the first learning theories is agenda. So agenda is the behaviors of observation exception, conjunctive theory, metamorphosis, process, social culture theory of context matters. And fourth point is the key application of a critical system perspective. These are the five main things that comes through agenda that can express through the goodness of agenda through the society. And let's help with the understanding of learning theories. So the meaning of understanding learning theories is the theories that are present on core model for physical and educational and describe how people learn from processing through their knowledge of human learning, instruction approach and peaks and research across the most discipline. As you can see, this understanding of learning this theory can be most acknowledged by human by the learning of how they teach or the discipline themselves through their knowledge of education. And fourth slide is the diagnostic perspective of learning. So the diagnostic perspective of learning, there are four main types of diagnostic perspective learning. First is the behavioral learning, second is conjunctive, third is the social culture, and fourth is the how it provides a social understanding of how learning takes. Fifth slide is the behavior researcher of action, which can cause by describing the learning change of observing behaviors. Behavior result of environment includes reinforcement. There is no consideration of mental states like adaptive dogs, thinker, and condition in neutral system. Sixth slide, operate of condition con consequences. First main point is the molecular of behaviors modified by consequences. Second point is the reinforcement increase in behavior. In example, a good job of a person that is maintained by their strength and the well they are being taught to them. That main point is the punishment, description, behavior, example, go to detention, scheme, positive, negative reinforcement, and punishment. So the seventh slide is the educational application and the critical of limitation. So as you can see on the educational application, it has service details of directive, instruction, drill, practice, classroom management, program, and economic and positive reinforcement that are involved in moments of desire behavior. It affects when using tools, accommodation, and the critical of and limitation is the mechanism of trusting account, internal thought, process, and motivation is change. It can be fosters exterior motivation, but not as learned. it doesn't explain the complex of learning. So its root is conjunctive theory, mind percepts. This conjunctive theory can be learned as the activities or activate process from internal to mental process, like the memory, perspective, and problem solving. It see from the focus from the observation of behaviors to learn about how the mind process information. That the theory of PJ stage and scale theories is just some of the things that can conjunctive express through the internal maintain and like the memory. Now, this the PJ conjunctive development and statement. These are relevant to the conjunctive theories. So the first stage of development is the child progress through their sheer monitor and control operational and common operational stage. Each stage involving distinct ways of things and understanding the world. And second one is the experimentation incorporate new information into existing method as the scale, for example, checkpoint, four legs, and elbow dogs. Third is the accommodation, modifying existing question and creating new one with new information. A child learn to difference between the dogs and the kids. The other theory of Burns construction discovery is about the consumption theory that make system that our knowledge is activity construction through the mechanism of discovery learning. Scaffolding is helping an object to build the understanding tool that an object to keep enforcing spiral and function in order to debate that understanding. Briefly, as the social culture context matters, learning is social experience media by culture, language, and interaction with other people for the theory of living proxy process that can cause the construction of learned experience through the social experience. And the concept tools of media learning, the concept of the tools can be language, technology, shaping thoughts is important. And the learning of make possible use social interaction. And second point is the conjunctive development in the myth and culture, vaccine, zone of provincial development, more knowledge, other and discovery. These are some of the culture tools that media and learning. And that's all for my presentation today. And the conclusion of my presentation is the behavior is some of the considered learning of action through their consequences, such as memory, problem solving, and development stage, while each of the unique perspective application field of education in interpret through the perspective of modern appreciation of learning. That's all for my presentation, everyone. Thank you for listening and Nathan Nawani.